the legal advice that we're getting and the questions and concerns of each and every individual board member, whether we do it at 6:30 or at the end of the meeting. I would prefer.
No, do not get me wrong. I do not think we should do it at the end of the meeting. I think that's a horrible idea because we need to do the executive session before we do our action. Just like we have to do
Tonight's was,
public, excuse me.
I'm sorry.
Just like you have to do public comment before you do action items. What I am saying is, and you are, although I disagree that the error, the hiccup with regards to the policy took up all that much time. It took less than 15 minutes start to finish. The thing that took some time was the initial presentation and having a vote on a policy matter so Ms. Vogel could participate, which is fine, but that's where the additional time early on. It does not change the fact that we went into executive session. The initial one was 7:24. We were back into executive session at 5 to 8, 7:53. We didn't come out of executive session until 9:59. So that's 2 hours and 6 minutes. I don't disagree with you. Every minute of that, well, not every minute, but most of that was really valuable, very important, and it was for the benefit of having attorneys and whatnot. All I am saying is that when I used to do it the way you're doing it, I was criticized and there was a policy change, so the public always knew what time we were going to start. I am identifying an issue. I'm not making a motion that we do that. I'm not suggesting a policy that we do that. I'm not suggesting anything. I am identifying an issue because Ms. Postle has been here since we started.
I agree with you that way.
What's that?
I agree with you. I shouldn't be talking about it.
Well, whatever. But all I'm saying is that it was a problem that was identified to me when I was president. I defer to you, Madam President, to do whatever the heck you want.
I think it had gotten to a problem because every meeting, executive session was taking so long. We had a run where every meeting was over an hour, so that was where people had started to request,
Information is the key, communication.
I don't know, this has been at least 2 in a row, and I don't hear anybody complaining.
Well, actually, I'll complain more, so I think it's too long, but I don't know what's going on, it's executive session, it's not supposed to be.
Yes, I was gonna ask for the policy number if it was a policy.
Practice, not policy.
Glenn, at any point in the future, you're willing to make a motion? I promise to second that motion because I feel very strongly about that.
Well, then you should make a motion. I'll second.
You'll second my motion? Okay,
What would we be making the motion for?
Well, that we start the regular meeting at a specific time. If we start this meeting at 6:30 and we go into executive session, I personally think that we should cut it off at 7 o'clock.
Well, then I would actually say no, it needs to be 7:30 because we originally were 6 to 7. And that's what, we originally were 6 to 7 for executive session and then the food issue, cutting out the meals, the board went back to a 6:30 start time so you guys could eat dinner.
Okay, because I personally think it's disrespectful to the public and I feel very strong, I may be an opinion of one, but I'm going to make the motion. You prompted me to make the motion so that come what may, at 7:30, we begin, we come out of executive session, come back here to the regular meeting, and then if we have to go back into executive session, so be it. So anyway, the motion is to begin our regular meeting at 7:30, no matter what.
I'll second this and we'll talk.
And we can ask John if that motion was legal or not. I don't know if it was legal, that's my personal opinion.
Open for, so we have a motion on the table that Paul just read, and it was first and seconded, so for discussion now.
Right. So for discussion, the only thing that I would propose as a potential change to it is that at 7:30, if we are close to the end of the executive session or the rest of the discussion, that president or designee be permitted to come out at 7:30 and simply announce to the public approximate time how much longer it would be. That way, you don't have to have multiple back and forth, because that isn't efficient. And you're not giving discouragement to the public.
Now suppose, and this is something I just thought, because this has happened, suppose the executive session is 20 minutes to 30 minutes long. Then we sit around in the other room twiddling our thumbs.
We've sat there, but then it
We've done
was,
before, we have to do it again.
yeah, that's what it is.
Okay, well, that's, I guess, the motion on the floor, and I guess I'm not going to amend it.
Well, the question is whether you amend it to allow for someone who just to announce.
Oh, yeah, okay, absolutely. I'll amend it as you just noted, to allow somebody to come out and say, folks, we have a few more minutes to go. And we hope to wrap this thing up within the next few minutes.
Donna, because I wasn't writing all of that down, do you have it written down, or do you need it to be restated?
No, I have it written down, then I can put it on the
Denise, do you have a question?
Yeah, before we vote on anything, could you please read what we're voting on, since you've had so much discussion in between?
Yeah.
Yes, please, Glenn.
Okay, sorry. Denise, we're going to vote, the motion and second are that the meeting start at 6:30, going immediately into executive session, that at 7:30, either the board comes out and opens the regular meeting, or the president or some other board member comes out and simply gives an indication to the public approximately how much more time will be required for the executive session, so that the public isn't left hanging.
Do we have, and this is for John, what if we do come out of executive session at 7:30, then do we have the opportunity to go back into executive session later on after the meeting if what we were conducting during executive session couldn't be finalized from the 6:30 to 7:30 timeline?
Yes.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
If I may though, and John, you'll have to answer this for me, if it's something that pertains directly with an action item, then we would have to deal with it before the vote, yes?
Yes, Glenn, that's correct.
Thank you.
Thanks, Glenn.
Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Vogel,
Yes.
Mr. Baumar,
Yes.
Mr. Brisling,
Yes.
Ms. Chrisman,
Yes.
Ms. Holstein,
Yes.
Mr. Plotkin,
Yes.
Ms. Bennett.
Yes.
And Mr. Plosky, thank you for the recommendation.
Thank you, Glenn. Appreciate that.
Seeing that we do not have an executive session necessary.
I'll move to adjourn.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Time of adjournment, 10:59. Have a good night to the public. Thank you for coming.